Hey folks, I know I'm just an old guy talking about some mysteries, but please leave a like and subscribe before we start. Let's enjoy today's video. Today, we're going to delve into one of the most mysterious and perplexing artifacts in human history, the Voynich Manuscript. This ancient book has intrigued scholars, cryptographers, and curious minds for centuries, and yet, after all this time, it remains an unsolved enigma. So, what is it about this manuscript that makes it so baffling? Let's take a closer look at the history, the language, and the theories surrounding this fascinating mystery. The Voynich Manuscript is a handwritten book that is believed to have been created in the early 15th century, although the exact time of its creation remains unknown. It's named after Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish-American antiquarian who purchased it in 1912. Before Voynich, the manuscript had passed through a number of hands, but no one knew much about it. What made this book so strange from the beginning was not just the fact that it was old, but also the fact that it contained a completely unknown script and illustrations that didn't seem to make any sense. The manuscript consists of around 240 pages, and it's filled with text that no one has been able to read. The language used is unlike any other known writing system. Despite decades of research, no one has been able to decode it, and many believe it's a completely invented language. This fact alone has led to a number of theories about who wrote the manuscript and why. The Voynich Manuscript is divided into several sections, each with its own strange and inexplicable contents. The first section contains the text, which is written in an alphabet that seems to have no correlation with any known languages. The script itself is composed of characters that are unlike anything we have seen before, leading to the theory that it's a form of a cipher, or perhaps even an entirely fictional language. Various cryptographers and linguists have spent years attempting to decode it, but every attempt has been unsuccessful. The second section is a collection of illustrations, which is equally baffling. The illustrations appear to depict various plants, but none of them seem to match any known species. Some of the plants appear to have been invented entirely, while others are simply unidentifiable. Some have speculated that these plants could be symbolic, but there's no way to confirm this. In addition to the plant illustrations, there are also depictions of human figures, astronomical charts, and other strange and mystical imagery. One of the most unusual features of the manuscript is the presence of what appear to be instructions or recipes. These pages show what looks like a series of steps for creating potions or performing rituals, but the exact meaning is unclear. Could it be a kind of alchemical text, or perhaps something related to ancient medicinal practices? Again, there's no way to say for certain. Over the years, numerous theories have been proposed about the Voynich Manuscript. Some people believe it's a hoax, created by an unknown author as an elaborate prank. After all, it's not outside the realm of possibility that someone could invent a completely new language and write an entire book in it just for fun. However, the complexity of the manuscript makes this theory unlikely. The language appears to follow a set of grammatical rules, and the illustrations seem too deliberate to be the work of a prankster. Another theory is that the manuscript is some sort of code or cipher. Many have suggested that the text is a form of encrypted language, but if that's the case, no one has yet been able to crack the code. Some believe that the manuscript's creator was trying to conceal some kind of secret knowledge, perhaps related to alchemy, ancient medicine, or even astrology. If this is true, then the manuscript could be a kind of instruction manual for a lost art or a hidden system of knowledge. One popular theory is that the manuscript was created by an alchemist, possibly as a record of their experiments or as a way of preserving their secret knowledge. Alchemy was a mystical and esoteric practice that combined elements of chemistry, philosophy, and spirituality, and many alchemists believed that they could unlock the secrets of the universe through their work. The manuscript's strange illustrations of plants, stars, and human figures could be related to alchemical symbols, and the mysterious text could be an encrypted record of alchemical processes or recipes. Some believe the manuscript is a work of medieval mysticism or a spiritual text. During the 15th century, there was a great deal of interest in mysticism, magic, and the occult. The manuscript's strange drawings and cryptic text could be seen as a guide to understanding the mysteries of the universe, a kind of spiritual manual that only a select few could understand. Some theories even suggest that the manuscript is an ancient religious text, possibly related to a lost cult or belief system. Then, there's the theory that the manuscript is simply a product of a medieval mind playing with creativity. The idea is that the author, possibly an artist or a writer, created a fictional language and filled the pages with strange, fantastical drawings and text, perhaps as a form of artistic expression. This theory would explain the manuscript's odd mix of scientific-sounding illustrations and completely invented text, and it might suggest that the manuscript's author was ahead of their time, imagining a world that didn't yet exist. So, who could have created this mysterious manuscript? One of the most intriguing aspects of the Voynich Manuscript is the fact that its origins remain shrouded in mystery. Some scholars believe it was created by a single author, while others think it could be the work of several different people over time. The manuscript has been linked to a number of historical figures, including the famous polymath John Dee, who was known for his work in alchemy, astrology, and cryptography. However, there's no concrete evidence to suggest that Dee was involved in the creation of the manuscript. Another possible origin for the manuscript is the court of Emperor Rudolph II of the Holy Roman Empire. Rudolph II was a patron of the arts and sciences, and he was particularly interested in alchemy and the occult. Some believe that the manuscript could have been commissioned by Rudolph or one of his courtiers as part of his fascination with the mystical and mysterious. However, there is no definitive proof of this theory either. There have also been suggestions that the manuscript could have been created in Italy, possibly by an unknown Italian author. In fact, some of the plants depicted in the manuscript resemble plants that were native to Italy, which has led some scholars to believe that the manuscript could have been created by someone from that region. However, this is purely speculative, and there's no solid evidence to support this theory. Now, let's talk about some of the attempts that have been made to decode the manuscript. Over the years, many cryptographers have tried to decipher the strange language, but so far, none of them have been successful. Some have used computer algorithms to try and crack the code, but even modern technology has yet to make any headway. One of the reasons why it's so difficult to decode is that the manuscript's text doesn't seem to follow any known linguistic rules or patterns. The letters appear to be random, with no obvious correlation to any known alphabet. Despite these challenges, some cryptographers continue to work on the problem, hoping to uncover the meaning behind the Voynich manuscript. Others have argued that the manuscript might not be a code at all, and that it's simply a work of fiction or an invented language. But this raises the question, why go to all the trouble of creating such a complex and detailed manuscript if it has no meaning? Another interesting aspect of the manuscript is its connection to the modern world of artificial intelligence. In recent years, researchers have used AI to analyze the manuscript and try to find patterns in the text. AI algorithms have been able to identify certain recurring sequences in the text, and some believe that this could be the key to unlocking its meaning. But even with AI's help, no one has been able to decode the manuscript completely, and it remains one of the most baffling mysteries of our time. In addition to its mysterious language and illustrations, the Voynich manuscript has also sparked discussions about its possible purpose. What could the manuscript have been meant for? Was it a private work of an alchemist, a mystical text, or a tool for an esoteric society? Could it have been a guide for some kind of lost knowledge or forgotten practices? Or was it simply the creation of an imaginative mind, experimenting with symbols and words? As we continue to study the Voynich manuscript, we may never know its true purpose or meaning. But the fact that it has survived for centuries without being fully understood only adds to its allure. The manuscript remains a symbol of the unknown, a piece of history that defies explanation, and a reminder that there are still many mysteries in the world waiting to be uncovered. Until next time, keep exploring the unknown and come back for another Mystery of Humanity.